Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. My name's Ben and I'm from Clinical Mobility Solutions. In today's video we have a very special guest. We have Becky from Flex Fit with Becky. We're going to be talking about her journey through disability, dance and fitness, and also her new manual wheelchair provision. So we recently prescribed a brand new manual active wheelchair for Becky, and I thought it'd be a really nice opportunity to talk about Becky's journey and why she chose CMS and why you decided on this particular chair itself. So, hello Becky.
Hi.
I thought it'd be really nice just to explore your history first and tell us how long you've been using a manual wheelchair.
Sure, so I started using a chair about 6 years ago and it's just been progressive throughout that. So I started off using it just a little bit of the time and that's gradually increased. I'd say it's taken me quite a long time to find the right chair and know there's so much choice.
Yeah.
So it's been hard to find like the right fit and what actually works best for me. When I first started using wheelchair, I was actually really nervous about using it, and I know a lot of people feel the same. So I actually drove to a town 2 hours away. I'd never heard of it, but I knew that I didn't know anyone that lived in that area.
Right.
So I drove there, tested out this chair, and I kind of felt like, I really hope like no one I know sees me because I'm really embarrassed, but I noticed how much it helped me.
Naturally, not knowing anything about the industry at all, you purchased that chair just because it was a manual wheelchair. It was a tick box rather than looking for something specific.
So say for that one, it was literally, what's the cheapest? Let's just see if this works.
Yeah.
After that first journey, I was like, okay, this does work. So I started searching through eBay but then I didn't know anything about sizes or brands or weight or anything. So it was like, I think I probably went through four or five second-hand random chairs from eBay over the first few years. As I kind of tried out different ones and I saw different colours and I would like decorate them and stuff, because especially the older ones, they had scratched frames and things, so I like put pretty things on them, a lot of glitter.
Okay,
but I didn't think that, I think that journey, knowing how much it changed my confidence by having a chair that I actually liked the look of, and it felt more like this is my personality, this is part of me, rather than it being something that's like really clunky, doesn't fit me, looks quite standard. So I think that was really important for me, and it's still important for me now. Yeah,
and I think that's something that's really overlooked and not truly understood, because everyone thinks that it's potentially a bit of a material thing, and the aesthetics is more about the function or what the chair does, but that is important, but then to have something that you're truly happy in, that social environment scenario that you were talking about when you drove 2 hours, you wanted to be happy, you wanted it to be fun, you wanted it to represent your personality, so it's so important.
And I think it also changes the dynamic of conversations people have with you, because as a wheelchair user, like random people just talk to me that wouldn't talk to me normally.
No, sure, yeah.
And I'd much rather they went, oh, I love the light up wheels, or I love the sparkles, or I love the pink, rather than like, oh, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
So it just changed all of that, and that made me feel much more confident about going to places and opened a lot of doors for me. After my eBay I went for it and purchased my own one. It was properly measured to me. I changed jobs and was lucky enough to use access to work to get a lighter chair, and that was really important because I'm lifting it in and out of the car all the time. Yeah. I think also when I got to that point and I had a chair that was perfectly fit for me, it was at that point that I thought, okay, I need to go out and like do more stuff. But then you realise like, oh, I need to be able to wheelie to get up the curbs, and I need to know how to get off a curb, and I need to be able to push up steep slopes and stuff. And I still couldn't find like anywhere to learn these things. I eventually did, and I had a really good lesson.
That's worthwhile, that's fantastic. So Becky, if we talk about your actual private purchase journey through manual wheelchairs, and so the first new chair you got, what was that?
So it was a Quickie Nitram.
Okay, and you got that because?
So I got that because after my eBay journey, I knew that I needed something that was fit properly to me, and I knew that I was going to be using it more. I was advertised as lightweight. It is fairly lightweight compared to a lot of chairs, but the price, because I was funding it privately, the price was also a factor, so I wasn't able to access the like super lightweight ones.
No.
So it was what I could manage at the time and something that I thought would work for me.
Okay, and was it something that was potentially recommended through like a Facebook group, or was it something you'd just seen online, or?
So I went to a big showroom of active wheelchairs.
Okay.
It was the first time I'd been to one, and I searched for ages to actually find one.
Right, okay.
So yeah, I went there, had a look around everything. I sort of said, you know, this is the price I'm looking at. And then I realised, okay, I need to increase my price. This is now the price I'm looking at. And they sort of showed me what the options were. I knew a little bit about what kind of setup I wanted, but there was so much at this point that I hadn't learned. So they were able to fill some gaps. One thing I did have to change nearly straight away was the push rims, because they had given me ones that they said were really good, and lots of people do like them, but they're the oval kind of shaped ones with the rubber on the top, and my thumbs dislocate a lot, so that pressure on my thumbs, as soon as I started rolling, I was like, this is a bad choice. So I had to change those.
That's interesting.
And I paid quite a lot of money for that add-on. But you know, it's hard when you only get a few minutes in the shop to sort of test it on a nice floor.
A nice smooth surface.
It's not the same as being outside. So as soon as I got outside and I used them, I was like, this is not going to work for me.
Okay, so throughout the assessment, you didn't actually take the chair outside when you were trialing the chair?
No, so it's quite difficult, I think, in my experience. The showroom chairs, or the one that I went to, most of the showroom chairs were quite big.
Right.
So although I could test that model, it wasn't going to be the right kind of backrest that I was going to have, or with the push rims. So I think I tested those push rims but on a different chair, and it's quite a lot bigger than me. So yeah, you don't really get the full experience until your chair arrives.
No, true understanding of it. Okay, so fast forward to 6 weeks ago? Yeah, 6 weeks ago, you came to see us, and you came to see wonderful Sean. Can you tell me a bit about your experience with the prescription and the provision?
Yeah, so my experience was really positive throughout. So first of all, I knew more about what kind of things I needed for my chair, and one of the things was the size. What I really liked about coming here was that there was so many active wheelchairs in different sizes. So Sean spent so much time with me, and he understood the need for it to be good for performance, because he does sports as well.
Absolutely,
so he was the perfect person for it. But yeah, we spent time trying different sizes, and that was really helpful and something that I hadn't been able to do anywhere else.
Okay, nice. So the fact that Sean also does adaptive sports as well, just having that sort of immediate rapport and relatability it must be so nice.
Yeah, really good. And especially like when you're getting something built and there's so many options and he's going through everything, it's nice to know that he knows exactly what he's choosing, and he knows that it's going to work for me, because he understood the need that I needed it to be light and I needed to have the right setup for sports. So yeah, he was brilliant. And then the chair arrived really quickly, which was amazing.
Nice.
So it was very exciting.
Always good.
So yeah, I saw it and I was like, it's so pretty. When I sat in it, Sean spent ages like going through all the refinements. Backrest height, for example, was really important. Particularly for Hyrox. So yeah, he spent ages doing that. Came back with it. I tried it again. I was like, sorry, can we change this again? And yeah, he just gave me as much time as I needed. And even if it was tiny adjustments, he understood how important that was, because all those tiny things add up. So yeah, it was really nice experience, and everyone's really friendly and welcoming each time I come.
I'm glad. Good, excellent stuff. Something that we like to try and focus on as much as possible is that time element, and we don't restrict the time. And so, I mean, you probably were here, what, 3 hours?
Yeah, I can't remember how long it was, but it was a long time, and I remember thinking like, oh, he must like have someone else coming. And then you stayed for lunch, and then you stayed for dinner. Okay. But yeah, it never felt like anyone was
not trying to
in a hurry
you.
for me to be off and just make do with what I had. Like, it was perfect. So.
Good. How long did you take to decide on the colours, or did you know?
I already researched online before I arrived.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, and I think Sean clocked on quite quickly that I was going to go for pink. I did suggest pink on his chair, but he didn't.
No. And the blue accents, that's quite nice.
Yeah, I really like the blue accents. I thought it added something. I like the chair to be quite tippy.
Yeah.
So yeah, the centre of gravity.
Yes,
was really
that's
important.
very easy to do. Yeah. I would literally be on my back. if I did that.
And yeah, Sean, actually I hadn't had the single arm caster forks, I think. I hadn't had them before, but Sean said when you're rolling into different equipment, then actually that's really good, and it has. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
It has been really good.
So something we haven't actually spoken about yet is your condition. So if you're happy to, would you mind just to explain to everyone?
Yeah, sure. So I have EDS and POTS.
Okay.
So EDS affects the collagen and the connective tissue in my body. So my joints don't stay together as they should do. So it results in a lot of pain. For me, partial dislocations. But it does vary a lot between different people, so other people's experiences can be very vast. POTS affects the way the autonomic nervous system works in your body, so all the things that your body should control naturally on its own, like your blood pressure, your heart rate, your temperature, digestion, everything is all like not right. So that makes me get really dizzy, and feel sick and stuff if I'm standing up. I mean, there's more to it than that.
No, but yeah, stability, balance,
short version. So I use my chair to manage the symptoms really, and to be able to access everything I want to in life.
So with EDS and POTS, the EDS is progressive. Is it in your case? Or
I'd say for me it has been progressive in terms of I use my wheelchair more, but I think that, yes, my condition has got worse since the start, but I think now I've found that balance of how I do things, and I've actually been able to build up my strength again in the gym. Whereas before, when I was trying to find that balance, it was like I'd do a tiny bit and it would exhaust me and I'd have more fatigue and more pain. Right. Whereas now I've found stuff that works for me.
That's all for this episode. Here's what you can expect in the next one.
So I started FlexFit with Becky around 2020.
4th in the world?
Yeah.
Wow.